And we're live. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Four Quarters. All sports, every day, all day. And she's a babe. I really got to stop talking about Aaron Rodgers.
My money's on that.
And to no surprise, my shout out, Caitlin Clark. It's amazing when, and this is any age, but as you get older, you sleep in a bed that is just squishy for 3 nights, and then your body just is
No, absolutely.
It's taken me 3 days to kind of start to get back.
Yeah, I was walking down the stairs at my job, and Karen will know, like the front, the stairs are pretty stairsy.
Yeah.
And I was like going down the stairs, and my right knee was hurting. I was like, guys, I think it's gonna rain.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
with that,
it's not raining though.
We're live.
Did it rain?
I don't know.
Or is it just your body breaking down?
It was just literally an hour ago walking down the stairs to my job. I was like, or half an hour ago, I was like, oh my God,
that's
knee.
Hysterical. Welcome in. Welcome into Four Quarters. We're talking about how our bodies break down. CV thinks it's going to rain because her knee's given out today. Just one. Mine was going away for a weekend, and you sleep in a squishy bed, and your body just revolts against you, and you pay the price.
Yep.
I always liked the pillow top mattresses.
Yep.
For about 20 years. Now it's like, no, give me a hard mattress. Don't give me anything squishy.
Yep.
Anyways, thanks for joining us on Four Quarters. We're on our Four Quarters Facebook page, 802 Scoops, and we are on YouTube. Subscribe to us. It is free. We are back for another Hump Day edition. Wheels was going to join us, but I got to stick up for her on this one.
Totally valid reason.
On vacation in Maine, and she said I should be there in time yesterday. She texted CB and I around 1-ish, whatever, and is like, it's really nice out. Which I'm like, yes, it is, my friend. So she's going to enjoy her vacation right until she has to come back, which will be at some point tonight. But good for you, Wheels. Glad to hear you had a great weekend in Maine. I should have given you directions to my sisters. Could have stopped in and seen her. CB, do you have any shouts or anything?
Oh my gosh,
Pictures?
I don't have any pictures, but man, there's so many shout outs.
Do you want me to go first with one? Or are you good?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm just going to do the Thunder Road wrap. Obviously, it's not a wrap on the season, but it is for the Governor's Cup that happened last Thursday, where Jason Corliss earned the pole position. Corliss thundered away early with an early lead as Justin Prescott, Fisher, Brandon Gray, and Nick Sweet kept pace behind him. Corliss and Gray kept it interesting out front, but with a 75-lap green flag run in the second half of the event, Jason Corliss made history as he crossed the stripe to take the Governor's Cup with the win. Corliss became the first 2-time Squire Cup champion, the first 5-time victor of the Governor's Cup.
Damn.
And joined the exclusive 40 Wins Club at Thunder Road. Sammy also said he think he surpassed Governor Phil Scott as the winningest driver at T Road with 34 total wins. So we're just going to throw that out there as well. Also of note, I love this part, is Brad Keselowski was there along with Ryan Preece from NASCAR Cup Series. And Keselowski was bragging about Corliss before, saying he had heard all through the pits and everything that this was the man to beat. Sammy also let me know that we're not going to talk about the Tigers, so we're not going to talk about the Tigers. But next week is the Tiger 100, and this week is Run What You Brung.
Oh, nice.
Elizabeth Mottler, I'm holding you to the fact that in 5 years you will be in run what you
Oh my
brung.
God, that's amazing. Sammy is in the house.
Hey, Sammy, thanks for the info. Had a few little tidbits as well, but love the part about Brad Keselowski. How cool it was to hear him talking on pit road about how Corliss was the man to beat. Sounds like a very exciting race. Brendan Moody, I think I gave you the podcast jinx last week. I'm not sure, Sammy. I think he finished 12th, 11th, 12th, and we have been talking about him being in the top 6 all year. That's my fault. It is 100% a podcast jinx, so I apologize for that. Pass that on to Mr. Moody as well. So excitement at Thunder Road, and again, we've got the Tiger 100 and Run What You Brung this week.
Sammy says, I take my job for you seriously.
She does.
She says 12th, worst finished all season.
You see, it's a podcast jinx, Sammy. It's a podcast jinx. And Sammy, I know you were probably tuning in to see Wheels, but she's still basking in the sun in Maine, and we can't blame her. We can't blame her one bit, can we? CB, you want me to bounce past your way?
Yeah, a couple
Go for it.
and a couple of things. And I can do this a little bit more freely tonight. Shout out to Angel Reese. We
got a lot of Angel Reese.
We talked a little, I think honest criticism for her, valid criticism of her last week of just shoot it out. Just shoot it out.
Jen Estiville was laughing at us. What she did after this.
Yeah, well, she had, I forgot how many points.
31.
On 100% shooting.
31, I think. Was that when she had her highest scoring of the season? 31.
On 100% shooting or something like that.
And it was the night after she broke the rebounding record.
Yep, and then she set the all-time for most rebounds, in a game with 26.
26, beating Shamika Holsclaw at 24.
And then has set the all-time record for most rebounds in a single season. So shout out, and she got Player of the Week totally.
As she should. 458 rebounds in 37 games.
Yep.
And I think she beat Asia Wilson's record by 1 game. I think hers was in 38. I'm not positive, but I mean, it's in that neighborhood.
Yep.
A huge shout out to Angel Reese.
Yep.
Huge. Does it get any better of a week? And I also got to say that the hottest team, and we will look at the power rankings in the W in the second quarter today, but hottest team right now is the Atlanta Dream.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They've been on another level. And especially because Jordan Canada came back.
Yes, that's key.
Yep. And then I have a little best thing I heard this week.
Oh, do it. Woo! I love it. I love it.
I think this is great. I told her that we all embrace her as someone that protects our team and people that need to be protective. Tosh is always going to stand on that, and we stand for Tosh.
Oh, my God.
Coach Tyler Marsh of the Chicago Sky.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So funny that you mentioned Angel Reese, because I had her all over my cart. So I'm glad you brought her to the forefront early, because she deserves it. I know if Wheels was here, she would say, but you 100% shooting. Because I said that to Jen Estiville. I'm like, oh, got to know the percentage. And you just said it was on 100%.
I don't know which game it was, but she had a game where it was like the highest point scored on 100% shooting or something like that. Or it was some high percent. Jen, are you on?
Jen, are you on?
Jen?
Well, we're seeing if Jen is on. We got to give a huge send-off to Dolly Parton.
Oh, my goodness.
A huge rest in peace. Thank you for everything you have done for this world.
The philanthropy that she's done. She was just a solid human being. I mean, this doesn't even... Jen, what was the... Jen, she is on. What was the shooting percentage? My brain is a little...
And that was when she had the 31 points?
I think so.
That was on Monday night.
Listen,
I can't go away from my notes.
I had this amazing... And my brain is all over the place, but I had this hour and 45-minute meeting because we're getting ready for a EMR transition. And I was trying to ask a question about the in-person training and so I can get 9:25 should be Dolly Day. Yes, 9 to 5. Oh, yes, 100%. 100%, Sammy.
I love that. Yes.
And I couldn't get the words out. And my supervisor, Tracy, who I love, and I love telling people that she's my supervisor, and she hates me telling people that she's my supervisor. But she literally took the words out of my brain, and I was like, yes, yes. I felt so
I love it when someone talks for you.
Connected with her at that moment. Because
Unagi. Right,
was
Jen?
like, I couldn't get the words out, and she knew exactly what to ask for me. I was like, yes. Anyways.
Going back to Dolly, though.
But yes, Dolly. So, but like not even talking about like the contributions to music that she did, but just her philanthropy, the amount of money this woman has donated to amazing
Whitney Houston
causes.
Singing "I'll Always Love You" that Dolly Parton wrote. I mean, #1 selling song.
Oh yeah.
Libraries, books, education she's paid for. Make sure that these kids graduate from high school. She has
to
done
health,
all.
to the medical field. She's donated money to.
Yep.
And not
during
small
COVID.
amounts. Yeah.
Huge.
$1 million.
Huge $1 million donation.
Yeah.
Huge. And again, when you hear, you hear of these icons, these legends passing, but there's ones where you just stop.
Yep.
And you're at work.
Yep.
And that's how I found out yesterday.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, the whole entire clinic is just like, what?
Yep.
Everybody just stops.
Yep. Like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Like
and you don't want to believe it at the same time. You're like, no.
Google says Angel Reese shot 66.7%, 14 of 21 from the field when she scored the career high 31.
31.
I feel like there's a game where she shot 100%.
Still, you're saying high 60s, right?
Yeah.
That's
still great.
That's still freaking amazing. So, thank you, Jen, because we're going to give her 100%, which I still want to give her 100%. I really do. Anybody in the last week changed their vote for MVP in the W? Toss it our way throughout the show. If you are in fantasy football and you've had your draft or haven't had your draft yet, just toss it our way. Just give us a good old bounce pass as to when your fantasy football draft is. I've been watching 48 hours, not straight, of ESPN's fantasy football coverage, and then they do a mock draft, which we'll hit on later. But one of the experts was talking about how people were crying because Ashton Genty hurt himself. And he's like, don't cry to me. You shouldn't have your fantasy draft yet. He's not wrong. You should not have your fantasy draft until the weekend of, or the few days before. There's a lot of fantasy drafts that have it the night before the season actually kicks off. So no crying here, okay? CB, any more?
Hold on. She definitely did have one. 14, 66. Where is it? These are all videos. But she had a perfect game, shooting 100%. But it was against the Sparks.
So I ask you this.
Yep.
Why is Angel Reese not in the MVP talk?
16 points on a perfect 7 for 7 shooting.
Why?
I think because of the again, Google 820 game against the Sparks. There we go. She shot 100%, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, and 3 steals. What a fucking stat line.
That is the other one. I don't think I have it here, but I probably don't have it.
Probably because even with those, I mean, recently, yes, she's been killing it, but I think for the season, she's got one of the lowest shooting percentages.
She is like, shoot, I thought I had it written down. Oh, I do.
But defensive player of the year? Sure. Give it to her.
On Monday, she had her 27th double of this season. Mm-hmm. And now I don't know how. Jen, do you know how close she is to Alyssa Thomas' record?
Oh, wow.
And I think she's close.
She's got the highest amount of double-doubles in Dream history, and she's also got the highest number of double-doubles on Chicago Sky.
I don't think that's it, though, because I saw Alyssa Thomas's name. So she's close to another record.
Yep.
We're going to have to research that one a little bit better. I'm going to give, we talked last week about fall sports.
Crazy.
Back in school tomorrow.
Crazy.
Nope, today. Sorry, today.
Crazy.
We talked about U32 field hockey last week. And I'm going to give a shout out to CVT Sports, who Carl Parton, Garrett Sicily, and myself will be calling U32 Spalding football games this fall. We start next Friday.
Wow. And
it's almost every Friday through October.
Damn.
We're either at Spalding or U32. I'm going to take a look at golf because golf does not get enough props. It really doesn't. It really, truly doesn't. Reigning individual state champ, you're going to love this name, Bubba Chamberlain.
Oh, nice.
Bubba is a sophomore sensation who has already rivaled pro golfer and U32 graduate Bryson Richards as the top competitor in U32 program history. Chamberlain was the low man for both D1, D2 at last fall's state meet by firing a 2-over par 73 at the Dorset Field Club. Also giving a shout out to U32 golf, Chase LaFell, Rainier Dreyfus, Liam Weller. They are also contributors on last fall's Raider team that finished 6th in Division II with a score of 361 strokes. So we're kicking into the golf season. Also going to give a shout, actually U32's best score at the state meet was in 2008 with a 334, which could be in the ballpark of what reigning champ Harwood Highlanders is capable of shooting this year. So we're talking about two local golf teams, U32 and Harwood. The Highlanders have one of the deepest squads that 27-year coach Brian McCarthy can remember. And they'll be led once again by Chase. I'm gonna hack your name. Ladabouche and Pike Nelson are part of that run for Harwood. So keep an eye out. Get caught up. Follow the local golf. Brian McCarthy, thank you for what you do, not just for Harwood athletics, for basketball officials, for everything. You are just one of my favorite people, and you deserve a major, major high five. We're going to keep rolling with Harwood, and we're going to look at Harwood girls soccer. The Highlanders are overflowing with experienced athletes, a returning crew featuring 7 seniors, 8 juniors, and 2 sophomores who all have played already at the varsity level. Harwood is 1-6 in all-time in championship matches and claimed its lone crown in 2010. Why am I telling you this? Well, Harwood coach Lynn Supchik said, having so many returners is a huge strength for us.
100%.
I have a group of girls who have been to 2 state championship games. So they know what it takes to get there, and they know our standard. That experience, that chemistry gives 100%. Us a really strong foundation going into the season. And you're going to love this one because you want to talk about motivation. And I am going to make sure I follow Harwood soccer. The Highlanders suffered their last 4 championship losses by a single goal. Oh, you're a soccer stud.
Yep.
Including a 2-1 overtime heartbreaker last fall to Rice. 2-1. Making the 2025 finals loss especially tough was the fact that Harwood pulled ahead in the 77th minute and could taste victory before the Rice Green Knights equalized with 71 seconds left in regulation. An apparent Harwood goal in the 100th minute was disallowed due to a delayed offside call. And then Waitsfield native Reese Billings scored the game winner for Rice with 1:49 remaining before a potential penalty kick shootout. Goes on, Coach Supchik goes on, the way we lost last year definitely left a sour taste. But I think that is the best part about sports, is that you get another chance. We have another season, another opportunity, and this group is going to be hungry to take advantage of it. The harder you make us work, the better we get. I love that.
That's amazing.
I absolutely love that. And go for it. Here's to a great chapter for Harwood golf and Harwood girls soccer.
Let's go.
And when you know you're returning most of your team, you've been around high school sports, good portion of my life, and then you lose a state championship game that way, it never leaves you. It just burns.
Oh, yeah.
Burns in your belly.
Watch out.
So a major high five to Harwood girls soccer. Go get them. Go get them. And I know Spalding and U32 are going to be lambasting me on that one. But we will take a look at, we've talked about U32 and Harwood now. We'll take a look at Spalding field hockey. I'm hoping to get a little taste of it from Coach Jess Van Orman, and we can talk about that next Wednesday.
Nice.
Moving on, though, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about, I don't think we want to talk about this, but I'm going to hit on it because I just don't understand sports sometimes. And so Daquan Wright and Xavier Harris, a tight end and a defensive tackle, were cut by their NFL teams, undrafted rookies. So now they're going back to college. Now, though, that took a 24, 48-hour spin. And I was like, what do you mean? The NFL has a rule in place that if you do that, you can do that, but then you cannot enter the draft.
That year.
So good job, NFL.
Again, or that year?
I think the following year.
Okay.
You can't
You have to wait.
Yeah. But I kept hearing one of them was going to go back to Lane Kiffin at LSU, and we all know how dirty SEC football is. I believe that was Daquan Wright because he played for Kiffin at Ole Miss last year. And of course, they're in the SEC. So the Big Ten stepped right up and said, no, we're not allowing this to happen.
Good.
You cannot come back to any Big Ten school. The Big Ten they've been solid, solid before we kick into the college football season. But the SEC joined the Big Ten today. And they passed a rule saying that players who have been under contract with the NFL teams are not eligible to play for either conference. So I give just a little ding for the SEC. Good job, Big Ten. You guys are freaking rock stars. Good job, SEC. No ruling yet in the Big 12. So Texas Tech coach Joey McGuire is like, oh, yeah, we've been monitoring this for the last week or so. We'll take these players back. Makes me now. I'm never going to cheer for Texas Tech. What is wrong with college sports?
Did you hear the stuff going on at LSU women's basketball?
Karen mentioned it. I would love for you to shed more light on it, though.
And I don't know the names, but essentially it comes down to they just recently...
Russian?
Yep, they recently recruited a Russian basketball player. So basically, because of that, they're losing a player who is from the Ukraine. And one of their coaches, also from the Ukraine.
I didn't hear the coach's part.
They're leaving for personal reasons. Oh, you think?
You think?
Russia's been... Anyways, I don't blame them.
Kim Mulkey, you just opened so many doors.
Right?
They're not good doors.
But it's just
Opening
like...
this way, maybe this way.
A little, like, listen. Things are bigger than basketball. Things are bigger than sports. Like, you have these two people on your team. You think a little consideration? About big picture stuff?
Compassion.
Yeah.
It's a forgotten word.
How they would feel about having a, like, and again, you can't, the decisions from her, separating people from the decisions their government made. I get it. But there's a lot of history there. So just a thought.
A lot going on. And it's always college sports. I'm not taking away from the professional level, but college sports that I grew up just
Watson.
Sponge when it came to college sports. I'm like, what happened to my college sports?
Even look at Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's on my on my little list here too. So I got a kudos to the SEC for joining the Big Ten, but good job, Big Ten, for setting
leading the way.
The standard.
Set
the standard. Thank you for doing that. Hear me out on a couple of things going on in camp. Jets offensive coordinator Frank Reich said he is beyond impressed with Geno Smith. I feel like I do a Geno Smith every week. More than Aaron Rodgers. I'm leaving him alone this year. And Frank Reich, former head coach in the NFL, great offensive coordinator. I think I'm buying it a little bit. He's added more wrinkles to the offense that he did deploy as a head coach with the Colts and the Panthers. So you forgot about the Colts. And that Geno Smith has looked sharp enough that they are going on to the next page and the next page in the playbook. I do think he will have a good season. In Raiderland last year, not a great offensive line. You had a rookie running back. He's got a better offensive line in front of him. He's got Frank Reich as his offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So that was just a little nugget, and it was a positive nugget for Geno Smith, because I think I've been down on him a little bit too much. Commanders, the athletic reporter that was at Commanders camp said the offensive line for the Commanders is inoperable.
Uh-oh.
Beat writers for the Commanders were aghast at what they saw during Wednesday's joint practice. Today's a dominant performance for Baltimore against an overmatched Washington offensive line.
Uh-oh.
And their best, Laramie Tunsil, their best offensive lineman is at least out for 2 months, if not the season.
Uh-oh.
And this is going to factor in later when we talk about who should be the top 3 quarterbacks taken in fantasy football. I fear for Jayden Daniels'
Oh, yeah.
life.
Oh, yeah. Because also, when you look at
He missed 10 games last year, CB.
Also, when you look at Jayden Daniels, he is not a big boy.
This big around?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Like, he is not a big boy.
He is not a big boy. And I'm scared. I did watch NFL Live where they went to camp and they were interviewing Jayden Daniels, a great interview with him. And when they went back into the NFL Live studio, I think it was Booger McFarland goes, and what he just said, let me dissect that for you. That means they had a bad day against the Ravens today. And that was after I had read what I had read. And I'm like, yeah, this is not good. One more hear me out from training camp is Coach Canales of the Carolina Panthers. He was interviewed by Stephen A. Smith, and he was asked if Bryce Young is your franchise quarterback. His response, this is your head coach. He is right now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I really, as a coach, but then as a player,
I'm like, yo.
He went on to praise Bryce Young after the fact. He's our guy. He's our guy. And I love the trajectory that he's on. And not just the stuff that he's growing in from just an operational standpoint, moving the offense, finding chemistry and all of that, but it's also just the critical moments in those games. It's the close games. It's the one-score games at the end. So the trajectory, the way he's growing, as what you hope is a franchise quarterback, but he is right now just is not going to leave my brain.
No.
It's going to stay there all season.
And it just goes back to the part,
all season.
Like, we've talked about this multiple years at this point on how bad the NFL is at developing quarterbacks.
Yep. Very bad.
Recently.
Very bad.
Like.
Very bad. And then we talk about the ones that are good at it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
Oh, God, forgetting his name. Oh, my God, Karen's going to kill me. 49ers coach, Shanahan.
Yep.
Jeez, and there are quite a few of them out there. Andy Reid as well.
Yep.
But there are some bad situations these quarterbacks get in.
Yep. It's like
It's sad for me, and
the whole
I
thing
hope
with the
Bryce
Browns
Young,
and Sanders, like, just give the kid a shot.
And as we're talking about, hear me out.
Yeah.
What's going on? High fives. WTF to the Cleveland Browns.
What the hell? The bar was so low, guys.
He was booed
Why?
at his preseason game.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson, of course, we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And then he threw a tantrum in the press conference afterwards and said he felt disrespectful.
And it's not about the play? Oh, you think?
He was beyond outplayed by Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
Beyond.
Yep.
And when he was beyond outplayed, and they said probably naming a starter, and that was over the weekend, probably naming a starter on Monday, I go, it's going to be Deshaun Watson.
I don't understand.
Shame on you, Cleveland.
I
Shame
don't understand. Between,
Shame.
He's never been good for you.
Never been
He's
good for you.
He's been awful for you.
Awful.
And with all of the sexual assault.
I was going to say, and he's not the face of your franchise.
Right.
At all.
Like
and this is a critical time by trading Myles Garrett.
Yes.
This is critical for Cleveland.
Just don't. The bar was so low. And last year, we talked like we were some of the Shedeur haters from the get-go. And we were like, he matured a lot over last season. And we were giving him all of the kudos for putting the work in.
Absolutely. We
Just
heard nothing from him.
Just give the kid a shot.
Yep. Give them a
what
chance.
do you have to lose besides your fans for...
Exactly. And I will give Cleveland this. In the last 2 drafts, they've been accumulating picks, and they've had good drafts.
Yeah.
So you're 2 years into 2 good drafts back to back. So you're young. You just traded Myles Garrett for Jared Verse and draft picks. Jared Verse, young, great defensive end. Let Shedeur Sanders be your quarterback with this young core.
Let him develop
and go forward.
Yes, let him develop the chemistry. Let him develop the leadership and the relationships with this young team.
And if he stumbles this year, a full season as your starter, then you're probably going to have another high draft pick. And you have a quarterback-rich draft in April of 2027.
Like, it's...
What are they doing?
I have no idea.
And I don't mean this, but I almost hope that Deshaun Watson stumbles so that Monken goes, I got to put Sanders in.
Right.
I don't wish him to get hurt. I don't wish anyone to get hurt, even him. But come on.
But like,
come on.
The organization, what the hell?
You have had 2 good drafts, and you're going through. Kevin Stefanski was coach of the year, and then he stumbled, and you got rid of him. Now you're going with Monken. I'm not sure he's the answer, but I don't know. On that note, we're going to turn to the W, which was I was going to have the entire second quarter to the W, but
Karen has a good point. Why isn't, and this is maybe a bigger discussion, why isn't Courtney Williams in the running for MVP? Do tell.
Oh my God, it's weird that you just said that, because I have a Courtney Williams up on my screen right now.
Yeah.
I have a quote, but it's not.
When will we have an MVP that's a guard?
Because you just lost to the
Valkyries
after playing them last week and spanking the Valkyries.
Yep.
So Nakase, great job.
Did you watch that game?
I did watch that game.
That was a dog fight.
And lowest offensive output, 66 points. Golden State held the Minnesota Lynx. But Courtney Williams sitting on the bench.
Yep. First missed game in how many
I know,
seasons?
right? Stud.
Yeah.
Stud. So very, very good point. But Nakase and her coaching staff.
Oh my God.
And I had said last week, when Golden State's threes are falling, you can't stop them.
Nope.
And when they played Minnesota the previous week, they looked rushed. There was no flow to their offense in the half-court set whatsoever. And then when they were getting their shots, rushing them a little bit, and they were not hitting any threes at all. They were hitting, and there was like 5 minutes to go in the game. Wish I could remember. But the camera view, when a 3 was shot by Golden State, and as soon as it left her hands, I don't know who it was, but I went, game.
Yeah.
Because I could tell as soon as it left her hands in the follow-through, and they were already up by 10, 12, and I don't care that there was 4 minutes to go in the game. They were not missing. And that defense, when you have a double-digit lead, they're not going to lose the game.
Nope.
I don't want to give them a podcast
when
jinx.
you turn over the Lynx, I can't remember how many turnovers the Lynx had, but it was an ugly game.
And I did watch.
And
those are the
Fee looked as disjointed. Like it was.
Her and Tiffany
crazy.
Hayes got a little tied up at one point.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here we go. And again, I think it was Jen Estival. It was Jen. Would love nothing more. I'm not taking anything away from any of the W teams.
No.
But can you imagine a final of those 2 teams?
Oh my gosh. It would, like, the chess match.
Right?
Like, the chess match. I would, from game to game, from half to half, I would love to see that.
I would.
You know,
and I don't want to take anything away from the other teams, because it's going to be a great
but
playoff.
Nakase comes from the Becky Hammon tree, and you can tell.
Right. And Nakase said after that game, it's just nice that we are executing all 4 quarters. They're number 1 for a reason. What I like is there was no dip from Golden State, from my players tonight. A lot of times we dip, but we keep punching, and we stayed with the mentality of emptying the tank.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite quotes of the W season.
I feel like she's got to be coach of the year again.
Again? Yeah, absolutely.
She's got to be coach of the year again.
If not her, Reeves. But
yes, because Reeves,
Nakase would get my vote.
Yes, 100%. Because Reeves, did not have Fee, but she returned most of her team.
Exactly.
And Golden State had a completely new pretty much completely new team coming into this season. And oh man, the things that she gets out of her team is just like, we talked about it last week with Jen, like Kia Stokes.
Yep.
Like
Kia Stokes, dog on defense.
Yep.
Dog.
Yep. Carla Late, again, oh, so good.
And I will say this, the Courtney Williams effect was in full effect.
Yep.
With her not playing that game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, completely different team
100%.
out there.
100%.
And watching, she shoots from, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You can close out high on that girl.
Yep.
She's still going to hit it.
Oh, and when she's on, man, it's so smooth.
So if we look at the rankings, I got them in here somewhere. Still has the Lynx at 1, obviously, very well deserving. Number 2 in the power rankings for the first time in a while is the Atlanta Dream. 4-0 last week. You talked about Jordan Canada coming back, and they're just clicking at the right time. All season long, I know preseason, I said, don't fall asleep on Atlanta, and they're clicking at the right time. I just, probably a lot of W head coaches wish that there wasn't a stoppage for FIBA, because the Atlanta Dream are looking pretty freaking sweet right now. Number 3 is the Golden State Valkyries, much deserving. Number 4 is the Las Vegas Aces, but NaLyssa Smith, I haven't heard anything on the knee injury.
Me either. It looked like an ACL.
Did it?
Yeah.
And I think that's why we haven't heard anything.
Yep.
If there was, NaLyssa Smith was key to them winning it all last year. I know we're talking Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. NaLyssa Smith last year was one of the reasons.
She's still my MIP, because like the growth that she's had, she's a dog on the boards, because like Asia is not a rebound first center. She's not. Right. And so you need to have that strong 4 rebounding. And NaLyssa, despite being a shorter 4, like not a huge, not very tall, she's a dog.
They lose her, and I feel pretty confident saying the Aces don't make it out of the first round.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not with those 8 teams that are going to be in.
Do you think there's going to be a DeWanna Bonner that way?
Next words out of my mouth were DeWanna Bonner, and I'm like, kind of have no choice.
Who has had a bounce back year.
Yep.
But
if she wants to go somewhere and play and at least compete for a title, they're the team that needs her the most.
Especially with
not going back to the Fever.
Yep.
Liberty.
She would never go back to the Fever.
With Phoebish back, completely different team.
Like holy shit! I was watching.
So they're not. I don't see them going.
No, I was watching that game, and I mean,
completely different team.
You know that she's good, but like
so good.
But the way she just solved all of their problems.
You're not kidding. I just sat there and went.
I was like,
here's the team.
Holy shit!
And now they're like in the power rankings. They're 5, and Indiana is 6.
Yep.
But you're going to watch the Liberty, who last week we were just talking about them being a 7 or 8 seed.
Yeah.
And do the Lynx or the Aces or anyone want to play them? But now they'll be up around that 4 or 5 before all is said and done, if they all stay healthy.
Yep.
And Ionescu looks different too.
Yep.
It's just,
but oh my
they're
goodness. Let's see. Oh, from Jen, double follow up. Angel Reese has the most this season with 27, which is 1 away from tying Thomas's record of 28 from 2023.
So just 1 game.
All time.
1 double.
Alyssa Thomas is ranked 8th, and Angel Reese is currently 13th.
Freaking A.
After 3 seasons.
She's going to shatter that.
Not even Jen. 3 seasons.
Oh my, it is. So she's 1 away.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Damn.
My favorite game, obviously we enjoyed watching the Lynx Valkyries, was last Thursday, Dallas Wings Indiana Fever game.
Yes.
I was in New Hampshire with friends for a wedding, and I was on the edge of my seat watching that game.
Is that the game that Paige and Caitlin both sucked?
Oh my God! But they were chirping.
Oh yeah, they were chirping.
I
love the Paige Beckers. Calm down.
What about Awak Kuyer?
Oh my God, block party.
I'm saying it right. Kuyer? I think I'm saying it right.
Yep. Was that the block party?
I was Did she have 8? In awe. She had 7 in that game.
Yeah.
7 in that game.
Yo.
So I'm watching her because AZ Fudd's done for the season.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, So Awak's going to get more playing time now. Here's her coming out party.
Yeah.
100% CB. So that prompted me to go, where the hell did she come from?
Yeah.
So get a load of this. I had no clue. She was the 2021 second overall pick.
2021?
Overall pick.
Second, wow.
In the draft. And that year she averaged 3 points and 2.5 rebounds.
Wow.
That year. So that was 2021. It doesn't talk about the 2022. And then after the 2023 season, she decided to play only in Europe.
Yep.
So she jumped ship. By the end of 2025, she was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year over in Europe.
Yep.
And she was averaging 13 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Nice.
Boom. Here she comes back.
Yep. Because
that's ready. She's ready. She ready.
Yes, AZ is a good shooter, but her defense was she was a baller on defense, and so to see her have that type of game.
Yeah.
And then Paige, the next game, goes off for 33?
Yeah, she went.
In 3 quarters?
She just went off.
Yeah.
But that, to me, I was watching it. I was watching it with Morgan.
I love a good block. I love a good block.
And everybody else went to bed, and I just was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I mean, literally on the edge of my seat, and I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I mean, it just had that playoff atmosphere to it. And just watching Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers chirping at one another.
Yeah, so funny.
That was kind of fun, too.
So funny.
It was so fun. And again, I will say that I keep reading over and over again about the MVP race right now. Lots going to change. Is between A'ja Wilson, Olivia Miles, but I think Olivia Miles is starting to lose a little bit of that juice. Rookie of the Year, she's got that sewed up.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Clark. So A'ja Wilson, Caitlin Clark. If we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark, who's playing great, don't get me wrong, why are we not talking about Kelsey Mitchell?
And also,
why?
What bothers me too is that for MVP, you shouldn't be subbing your MVP out in the last minute of a game.
And that's what I read somewhere from a fan who said Kelsey Mitchell does not get subbed out at the end of the game.
Kelsey Mitchell
I'm giving Kelsey Mitchell her flowers, man.
Kelsey Mitchell,
I'm giving them to her.
She still has the record for most 20-point games, both in a single season and total. And she plays a ridiculous amount of minutes.
Absolutely.
And she plays defense and is often defending, between her and Lexi, defending the best player on the other team.
Yep.
Caitlin Clark, people will literally run plays to isolate her on defense, and then she's being pulled at the end of the game. The game that they lost, where who was it against? Where she did that stupid fucking foul, where her and Kelsey Mitchell were supposed to, what game was it? And then she fouled them, and then it led to free throws to sew up the game.
Yep. I watched that game too.
And then she bricked 2 more foul shots. What game was that?
It wasn't Atlanta, was it? But I know what you're talking about. And I'll break up the bouquet and give Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark their flowers.
Right. But that was like a stupid fucking move because
but Thursday night, Kelsey Mitchell kept them in that game.
Oh yeah,
too. She did not miss.
But
she missed a foul shot.
Clark,
but that was it.
It was. I think there was maybe 5 or 6 points they were down by.
I do know exactly what game you're talking about.
Caitlin Clark went for a wild shot,
and it was a swing,
waiting for the foul to be called when it wasn't.
It wasn't the Lynx.
I can't remember.
Anyway.
Jen.
Anyway.
And then she goes and is upset because the foul wasn't called. There was no foul on the play.
Right.
And then causes a foul on the other side, leading to free throws, and then basically put the game away.
And I watch Caitlin Clark, and when she makes some of her passes, I'm like,
yes.
Giving her flowers, man.
But
Kelsey Mitchell deserves the same bouquet
of
flowers that Caitlin Clark's
1,000%.
So put her in that convo for MVP.
Yeah.
Because she very much deserves to be in it.
And don't talk about assists if you're not also going to talk about her turnovers.
Right.
Because she is also leading the turnover record for the season by She's going to beat her own record 2 years ago.
And Paige belongs in there, and Stewie belongs in there.
Yep.
There's a lot of people. I think Angel Reese belongs in there. I truly do.
Yep.
And yes, Defensive Player of the Year, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's just like.
I know. We're going to shift to NFL here for the last quarter of the show before CB starts F-bombing. Yeah. But yeah, that game was just, Awak was just so much fun to watch.
So much fun.
So much fun to watch. I will continue to watch Dallas. I will continue.
I'm so excited
Jess Shepard, again, love watching her work
I'm so
out there.
excited for Dallas.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
so getting into the playoffs, first time they've been in the playoffs, I said I'd write it down or remember it. No, I can't remember.
Yep.
In the last 4 or 5 years.
I can't wait for the playoffs. Playoffs going to be crazy.
I mean, it's going to be loaded.
Like, it could be anyone's game.
Okay, I'm going to talk about, before we do that, I'm going to talk about power rankings that I have taken a look at. Preseason power rankings, and that's why these teams are here. If your team's not there, I'm really sorry, but they're not in the top 8. It was CBS or ESPN, I can't remember, but their power rankings were at number 8, the Houston Texans. They did lose Braden Smith, I think, today, one of their offensive linemen. So that's going to affect
the injuries
CJ
this
Stroud.
preseason has been pretty brutal.
Jaden Higgins, the receiver I love on that team, out with an ACL. They just traded for Kayshon Boutte from the New England Patriots. They have the top 3 defense. They ended the season 9-0, beat Pittsburgh, lost to New England. This is a make or break year for CJ Stroud. And that's all I'm going to say. Number 7 in the power rankings preseason, San Francisco. Obviously deserved to be there, but the health of CMC, Nick Bosa, and George Kittle is going to be huge. Kittle, CB, they're not going to put him, or they've taken him off the PUP list. I think that might be it.
Oh, really?
Yep, and he suffered that Achilles in the playoffs.
Pretty late.
So I did a mock draft, and now people are like drafting him like crazy. And we're going to do a little fun with it on our whiteboard. But I'm like, it's still his Achilles.
Yeah.
I know he's George Kittle, and if he were to do this, there is a little bit of Superman. I get it. I get it.
He plays to play like George Kittle. He plays a pretty physical game.
And here's the thing: he's a great blocking tight end.
Yes.
So I can see him like with a straight-on block. It's then when you shimmy, shake, and release off the line. How is that Achilles going to take? So a lot of health concerns there for San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan's the coach, so I'm never going to doubt them. Number 6, the New England Patriots. A lot harder schedule, so it's kind of a regression year, and I will get to that too. What teams are going to take a step back? But they also got A.J. Brown, and Drake May is playing really good football. He's growing year to year. Number 5, they get no respect, the Seattle Seahawks. Because they lost 3 or 4 players in free agency. And they lost Kenneth Walker III, obviously the MVP. But Kenneth Walker wasn't doing a lot for them during the season. I know he was key in that Super Bowl. They did lose 3 or 4 free agents on the defensive side, but Coach McDonald is a defensive guru. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals.
I see that. That's
ahead of the world champs.
That is wow.
I was like,
that's pretty high.
I think I would have put them at 7.
Yep, 100%.
And shifted New England and San Fran and Seattle
up.
I don't know, CB. All I can say is Joe Burrow. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's just so like it could go.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, they can do really well.
Jamar Chase, who's the number 1 pick in a lot of fantasy drafts, definitely the number 1 receiver, hyperextension of his knee to end practice yesterday. Right there.
Yep.
I'm like, Joe Burrow doesn't have Jamar Chase and vice versa.
It's a house,
I know
it's
you
a house
went
of
out.
Cards.
Yeah, and you fixed the defense.
Yep.
Trey Hendrickson
Kudos
is
to you.
now gone, but they've
Yep.
They've taped up a lot of holes on that defensive side, but health.
Yeah.
And we can say that about every team.
Again, house of cards. But for them, I feel like it is really like one of those 2 players goes out, you're done. You're done.
Yeah. Because you lose Joe Burrow, you're going to load the box up. Your running game's going to suffer greatly, and that's what you're going to ask your backup to do is hand the ball off to your running backs. Number 3, the Buffalo Bills. Changes. Joe Brady is now the head coach. Still can't believe that.
I know.
Anyways.
I know.
Anyways, biggest change, DJ Moore on the offensive side of the ball. Here's a good stat for you, because I haven't done a good numbers one yet. In the last 7 years, the Buffalo Bills have the most wins.
Yeah.
91 wins.
That does not surprise me.
It's the first time a team has that many wins without
winning. Yep. It doesn't surprise me.
Pressure.
They're consistent.
Yes.
They just can't get that last.
And I still don't agree with Sean McDermott being booted out of Buffalo. I still
agree.
don't agree with that.
I agree.
And here's for you,
But they have a nice, cushy new stadium.
Right. Here's their first 5 games of the season. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Houston Texans.
Oh, boy.
Detroit Lions.
Oh, boy.
LA Chargers.
Oof.
New England Patriots.
Oof.
LA Rams.
Oof. Oof. That's right.
We're going to learn a lot.
That's going to be some good football, though.
Yep. There's going to be some great football. We're going to learn a lot about Joe Brady and the offensive mindset of this team. We also know it's more important how you're playing the last 5 games, but you don't want to be 1-4.
Yep.
Okay, you come out of that 3-2, 2-3, you're going to be okay. The number 2 team, the Denver Broncos, they were really, in my eyes, a healthy ankle away from going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
They beat the Bills, number 1,
Yep.
and that's when Bo Nix got hurt. What could they do in that New England game? Their defense kept them in it. 100% kept them in it. Big acquisition was obviously Jalen Waddle. That helps elevate Bo Nix, and one of the top 3 defenses.
Oh, yeah.
So literally a healthy ankle away. You've gotten better.
Yep.
I have no problem with them being at number 2.
Not at all.
And the number 1 in the power rankings is the LA Rams, signing Kansas City Chiefs cornerbacks Watson and McDuffie, so they have a whole new defensive backfield, and of course Garrett Miles, who hasn't practiced a lot. They're not talking about it, but
really?
knee swelling. For the last 2 weeks, he hasn't practiced. So I don't know what's going on there. That puts a little cobweb on that number 1 preseason ranking because he needs to be healthy. You just traded Jared Verse, your stud defensive end, young stud defensive end, and Aaron Donald has not signed the dotted line yet. I think he will. Which leads us to...
Yeah, there hasn't been as much talk about people not signing contracts this year.
Right.
I feel like usually there's a few of them that we're talking about at this point.
So CBS, I believe, did this. And this one, they took the high road. The 5 teams that will take a step forward.
Okay.
You and I should have wrote this article because they took the easy way out. Kansas City, who finished at 6-11 last year.
Come on.
1-9.
Oh.
And this is in scores in games that they lost 7 points or less.
Oh,
1-9.
Hold on. Breaking news from Jen Esteville. Bleacher Report just posted Big 12 ADs agree to ban professionals from returning to Big 12 schools.
Big 12, you had no freaking choice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
Yep.
You had no choice.
Yep.
When the SEC, the
When
biggest money-making conference, follows the Big 10.
Yep.
Thanks, Jen, because I was about ready to rip that Big 12.
Yep.
Sorry, Coach McGuire and Texas Tech not. Kansas City also has the 14th easiest schedule this year.
Wow.
The Ravens, 8-9. They have the 5th easiest schedule. The New York Giants. I'll agree with that one, and way to go out on a limb a little bit. They were 4-13 last year, 1-6 in games decided by 7 points or less. They're going to flip that to a 3-3, 7 points or less.
It is.
Here's the thing you're not going to like, though. 8th toughest.
That's
schedule.
what I was about to say. That's what
that gives me a pain right here.
It's what I was about to say. Like they have a tough schedule.
Gauntlet of a schedule.
Did you also, on that note, on the Giants note, did you hear about the study that they just released that say it was like
CTE? 25%.
Yeah, 1 in 4 players.
Who they interviewed.
Yep.
Or did a test on.
Yep. Had CTE, and I'm like, yeah, half of them are going to be the Giants.
And we who love football, doesn't that just make you cringe inside, though?
It really makes me sad.
And then when you watch it, you cringe. I spend a lot of time going,
because
instead of going, oh, what a hit, I go,
like people just because it's brains are tough, because they're not an ankle, because you can't take a scan of them and be like, oh shit.
Right.
Concussion specifically, nothing shows up on scans, right?
Right.
And they get better. They have maybe some layering, but you never know which one is the one.
Right.
And it's not going to show up now. It's going to show up in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s.
Absolutely.
And guess what? There's not good help for is health insurance for these folks after they leave the NFL. Like, I know you're going to make a shit ton of money now, but you have a life to live after. Like, most of these players have families.
Yep.
Like Tua, my biggest gripe with Tua is you're young and you have young children. What are you doing? Like, don't you want to remember them growing up?
I will say this about Tua. I do think Michael Penix is going to beat him out.
Good.
He's having a bad camp.
Good. Shocking. Tua play football. Shout out to you, Wheels. Jen says, this is pending FAR approval tonight, whatever that means. I have no idea what that means.
For what?
For the Big 12.
For the Big 12? I don't know.
I don't know.
FAR. What's that mean, Jen?
She doesn't know. She says whatever that means.
Federal something. All right.
Anyways,
I have to look that up.
Federal Athletics something.
We get KC Ravens. Those were easy because they both they were disappointments.
Come on.
And the Giants have the Harbaugh factor. Detroit, which finished 9-8 and didn't go to the playoffs. I do think they will take a step forward. They have the second easiest schedule.
Oh shit.
And then, way to go out on a limb, the New York Jets. They were 3-14 last year.
Come on, the bar was so low for that.
They were 3-5 though in close games, 7 points or less.
Damn.
That surprises me.
Damn.
And they have the sixth easiest schedule.
Yep.
And Geno Smith is playing well. I just gave you another shout, Geno Smith. Teams that could possibly take a step back. The Chicago Bears. Yeah. They were 11-6 on the season, 7-4 in games of 7 points or less. 10th toughest schedule. But let's remember, Coach Ben Johnson says we want to set all the offensive records. Carolina Panthers at 8-9, 7-3 in games of 7 points or less. 13th toughest. Maybe, but you're still in the NFC South.
Yeah.
So there's some wins right there up for grabs. The Denver Broncos, I do not agree with this one. They were 14-3 on the season, 9-2 in 7 points or less, and they have the 15th easiest schedule. I disagree. Hear me out, Bill Barnwell. It's Bill Barnwell, actually, of ESPN, who I have a ton of respect for. I disagree with that one.
Yeah. Is it just because their record was so good?
Yeah. I'm like, I see them finishing
about the same.
I really do. Yeah, maybe 13-4.
Yeah.
Do. That's not taking a step back in my eyes.
Agreed.
Jacksonville Jags. They finished 13-4. Forgot that they were that high.
Damn.
6-2 in 7 points or less. They have the 12th easiest schedule. Probably not 13-4, but
they're not going to be the
11-6,
Jags
12-5.
They're not going to be the Jags of 2-3 years ago.
They're not going to womp.
Yep.
They're going to stay here. Liam Cohen's not going to, Coach Cohen's already said, I'm glad everyone's disrespecting us.
Yeah.
Because they are. And this is proof. Bill Barnwell is.
Yep.
And then the Patriots, because they finished 14-3. I think that's because Barnwell is so high on the Buffalo Bills. The Jets getting better, which the Jets are going to be much improved.
Yep.
They've had great drafts in the last two drafts as well. Patriots were 14-3, 10th easiest schedule, though.
Oh, wow.
This season. Remember, they're in the AFC East.
Yeah.
7-3 in close games as well. So I do not agree with him on the Jags and the Broncos.
I agree. Yep.
The Bears may be a step back, but it's not going to be a big one.
Nope.
Panthers, I could see out of those five being the team that takes the biggest step back. And as far as taking that step forward, I'm not going to include Kansas City because they didn't have Patrick Mahomes.
Come on.
So we're going to take them out. We're going to take the Ravens out.
Yep.
Between the Giants, Jets, and Lions, from their previous record, I'm going to give the Jets the biggest step forward.
Yeah, they had the farthest to go. Yeah.
The Lions, 9-8. I see them being around 11 wins.
Yep.
The Giants, I think, will still come out of it with, I'm going to say 6 wins.
Yeah. Yes.
6 wins on the season. The Jets could have 7 or 8 wins.
I agree.
I said it.
Giants just have a fucking tough schedule, man.
And the Jets always play New England and Buffalo tough.
Yep.
They're going to steamroll over Miami. There's 2 wins.
They have stolen games from the Buffalo Bills the last few years.
So I'm going to say, and I should write it down, I'm going to say 7, 8 wins on the season for the New York Jets. So I agree in that sense with Bill Barnwell. There's a lot I disagree with him on as well. You and I should have wrote the article.
Yep.
So the when's the last game of the season? September 24th for the W. I wrote that down. But the stoppage is August 31st to September 10th. Okay, I've got to remember those dates because what the hell am I going to do?
I don't know.
I mean, I know I'm going to watch FIBA. I get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I get it. I'm going to watch FIBA, but it's not
to
the
September
W.
10th. Yeah, I'm going to be in the thick of.
You're going to be in the thick of it.
I'm going to be in the thick of it, so I'm just going to try and survive.
All right, to wrap up our 4 quarters tonight, we're going to do a little Whiteboard Wednesday titled "The Pick Is In." And I learned a lot from ESPN, and they had their mock draft, 10-team mock draft last night. So I learned a lot from watching that. I disagreed with a lot. They disagree with the way I draft my team, too. So the pick is in. We're talking about late rounds here in this first one. They could not stop talking about Parker Washington of the Jacksonville Jags. A lot of mouths to feed in that offense, but he is looking like he could be the number 1 mouth to feed. And Josh Downs, who nobody's talking about, who will probably be the number 2 receiver in Indy. Because let's remember, Michael Pittman is in Pitt. Not in a Colts uniform anymore. He's in Pittsburgh. So in the 8th round of the draft, which one are you willing to take a chance on? It's the 8th round. Do you want Parker Washington in the Jags or Josh Downs? Both number...
Yep.
Yeah, I think, okay. I'm going to stop talking now. Okay, in the first round, you're drafting 6 to 8. You want a running back. Or 5th to 8. Who are you drafting?
First round?
Yep, first round.
5th to 8. Okay.
Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor?
Ooh.
Okay, same thing. You're drafting middle 3, 4, 5 in the first round. Who are you taking? Puka Nacua or Amon-Ra St. Brown? Puka's another one that's been sitting out camp.
Oh, really?
Yep. But they're going head to head. Okay, so there's all this talk because George Kittle and Tucker Kraft have come off the PUP list. Kittle with the Achilles, Kraft with the ACL. Kraft's was around week 11, I think. Kittle's was during the playoffs. And around 7 or 8, because these are big names, who are you taking a chance on? I learned our draft will not be like this. Will not. But watching the draft on ESPN last night, quarterbacks go later. And we're going to do another quarterback one. So around 8 or 9, you're not drafting a quarterback till around 8 or 9. Who do you want? Because all 3 are sitting there. Dak Prescott, Bo Nix, or Trevor Lawrence. I kind of feel like I might have asked that one already.
Oh, because I think we made a joke about. Yeah, I think we made a joke about this. For me and Jody, I think in particular.
You and Wheels. In NFL Network, it was the first time I saw the tight end rankings flipped. It's always been McBride, Bowers, Loveland. NFL Network had Colston Loveland first, followed by Bowers and then McBride.
Oh, wow.
So you're a tight end crazy drafter.
I'm Karen.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that. Who are you taking? Colston Loveland, Trey McBride, or Brock Bowers? If you have a chance. And the bonus question, based on last night's ESPN 10-team draft, They didn't start taking quarterbacks until 3 and on. The first one taken was Josh Allen, which he'll be the first one taken in ours as well. But it's who would you take second if you were a quarterback? You have to have that quarterback. Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, or Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, or Jalen Hurts. So Allen went, and you're like, shit, I got to get my quarterback because I have to have a good quarterback.
Ooh, that one's...
I'm going to tell you after who ESPN picked second overall at the quarterback position.
Ooh.
All right. So, first question in the 8th round, and you're looking for that diamond in the rough, that fourth wide receiver that has so much, just oozing with upside. Parker Washington of the Jags or Josh Downs of the Colts? I went with the Parker.
Me too.
Josh Downs, though, don't fall asleep on him.
Yep.
And in the rankings, Washington is in 27 to 30 range. Downs is in 40, 41 range. Because he will be the number 2 guy in Indy.
Yep.
Middle of the round to late, and you want a running back. Who are you taking, CMC or JT?
I put Taylor.
I took JT.
Yep.
Due to the health.
Yep. 100%.
If CMC stays healthy, then we're just going to look like fools.
Yep.
You're in that 4 to 5 range, PPR league. Puka and Amon-Ra are sitting right there. Who do you take?
Puka.
I did too, but God, is it hard to not take Amon-Ra.
No, I refuse because Amon-Ra has killed me on... There have been so many times.
Oh,
how many times?
Your parlays?
Yeah. I needed him to get 50 and he would get like 48.
Right.
And I'm like,
you're like not doing it.
Like, you should get 50 every single game,
right.
Amon-Ra.
And
so
Puka,
I refused.
I think Puka's is a groin injury. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure.
You know what? He's so stupid, and he's going to play through everything.
He's going to play through everything. And if you don't take Puka, because he went late in the first round in ours last year, and I think
the yards after contact, like
he would have 11 catches for 150 yards, and I'm like, why didn't I take Puka? Because I passed on him.
It's the yak.
I took CeeDee Lamb.
It's the yak.
Yes, yak.
It's the yak, man.
7th or 8th round, because we're going to have a tight end one later. You're not high on the tight end, but here's 2 big names coming back from major injuries. Do you take George Kittle or Tucker Kraft?
Ooh, I went Kittle.
I went Kraft.
Yeah.
I really like Tucker Kraft, but I love Kittle too.
Yeah, and he still has Mahomes.
Right. And will I take... Oh, you're talking Kelsey.
Yep.
Yeah,
no,
but he still
sorry.
got Brock Purdy.
He still got Purdy.
Yeah,
yep.
He still got Purdy.
Brain.
I would take
They're both
either,
red uniforms.
and then I would follow it up with somebody outside of the top 12.
Yep.
That I think, like a Jake Ferguson.
Yep.
You still got Mark Andrews in Baltimore. Somebody else that I might need for a couple of weeks. 8th or 9th round, again, you're not quarterback crazy. You want to fill your running back receiver spots. So you're looking at Dak, Bo, and Trevor. I know you didn't say Dak because you won't take a Cowboy.
Nope.
And I know you won't take Trevor, so it's Bo.
Oh, I went Trevor.
You did. Thank you, CD.
I went Trevor.
Wheels would not have. I went Dak.
Yeah.
Just because I like that offense.
I'm worried about, like, they must have also a very tough schedule.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up.
I mean, they're in the same...
You got to play the Eagles.
Yeah.
You got to play the Giants. You got to play the Commanders.
Yeah.
But I had Dak 2 years ago. It made me a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Last year, he didn't even get drafted in our draft.
Yeah, but
And he had a great year.
Yeah.
For fantasy purposes.
Yeah.
You are Karen, and you like to take that tight end. So Loveland, McBride, and Bowers are sitting right there. Who do you take?
Who'd you go?
I went McBride.
Yep.
I just can't because, a lot of people say, oh, Jacoby Brissett. I hear the experts, Jacoby Brissett. Well, he peppered the crap out of him last year. Why is he not going to do it again this year? Bowers, I like, as long as he had that lingering knee issue. And Colston Loveland is going to have a great year in Chicago. there's just a lot of mouths to feed with Roma Dunze.
Oh, yeah.
And Luther Burden III, or is it the second? Take your pick. Just a lot of mouths to feed. ESPN had their draft last night.
This hurt me.
Draft.
This hurt me, this last question.
Josh Allen went in round 3. I think a couple of rounds later was the next quarterback. But for our brain purposes, who would you take a couple of rounds later? Lamar, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, or Jalen Hurts? I took L-Jax.
I took Hurts.
You took Hurts?
I took Hurts. It hurts me to choose Hurts.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't take Joe Burrow.
They still have the tush push.
They do. I mean, you're taking years off of his life, but
they still have the tush push. He's gonna get he's gonna get his touchdowns.
Guess who was taken second at the quarterback position in ESPN? These are the experts, man. We're not.
Did they go May?
No. So Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
You went Hurts. I'm then looking at a healthy.
I was torn between those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last year, I don't remember who had Drake May, but he was a backup on the team in the league I'm in. He was a stud.
Yep.
Joe Burrow, when healthy, stud.
Yep.
In ESPN's expert draft, Jaden Daniels
Wow, he's the
went
last
in the 5th round as the second quarterback taken, and this is by the experts. And I sat there and went.
But now they're talking about his offensive line. Dude, that's his whole game. Like,
he's going to be running for. I hope he's not running for his life.
Me too.
I pray he's
listen,
not.
They did this to Mahomes for how many seasons?
Yep.
They just let the man run for his life.
Yep.
Look how that turned out.
And I'm sorry, but every time I hear Jaden
stick.
Daniels or watch the clip today on NFL Live, all I can see is RG3.
Yeah.
Because they're built the same.
They're a
same
stick.
Uniform on their body.
They're a
running for their
stick.
lives.
Yep.
And that cut a lot of years off of his career. And I don't want it to happen to Jaden Daniels.
No.
But I was surprised. I'm like, Lamar Jackson, any of them.
I
would go Lamar if I was a quarterback crazed.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't spend a first, second, or third on Josh Allen.
No.
I would go Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
I really would, because I just think there's a breath of fresh air. Nothing against John Harbaugh, one of the greatest coaches. But then when you get a new regime in there, you get, you get a new offensive coordinator.
He's super athletic. He can scramble.
The rainbows are just
like he can turn games around like
absolutely.
In a second.
Well, CB, that was fun. We'll be back next Wednesday. I do want to give one more. Oh, here it is. I talk about the W, watching the W all the time, of course. And I think this is the last preseason weekend. It is. So you might see some of the starters. I might tune in. But starting Thursday is the FedEx Cup playoffs in golf. I will definitely be watching that. $10 million to the winner.
Kaylee Bell says, hey, friend.
Oh, hey, how you doing? You get a big shout out, Kaylee. Patrick Cantley and Adam Scott. Just remember I said that. Patrick Cantley, I want to go with Adam Scott if you make me pick between the two. No, I'm gonna lean with Cantley. Did you notice I'm not saying Scotty Scheffler or Rory McIlroy? Sorry, sis, when you do watch that. But watch, it starts Thursday, ends on Sunday. It's golf at its freaking best. The FedEx Cup playoffs. Tune in starting Thursday. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll be back next week.
See you next week.
All right, see you next week, CB.